Magandang araw at pagbati. Ako si 𝐍𝐚𝐺 �M Reyes, convener ng Manila Studies Program ng CAS UP Manila. At malugod naming inihahandog sa inyo ang MNL o mga natatanging lektura. Halika, ating panoorin ang mga piling panayam upang mas pagyamanin pa ang ating kaalaman tungkol sa Araling Maynila.
Magandang araw sa lahat at welcome sa MNL 2025 Mga Natatanging Lektura. Sa pagbabalik ng seryeng ito na hatid ng Manila Studies Program o MSP ng Kolehiyo ng Agham at 𝐍𝐚 Unibersidad ng Pilipinas, Maynila, samahan niyo kaming tuklasin ang ilan pang mga pananaliksik tungkol sa Maynila. Para sa ikaanim at huling episode ng MNL 2025, tayo ay sasamahan ni Professor Mary Josefty Nito para talakayin ang mga milagro ng Nuestra Señora de Guía ng Ermita sa kasaysayan ng Maynila. Our speaker, Mary Josefty C. Nito, is an assistant professor of the History Department of the University of Asia and the Pacific. She finished her PhD in history from the University of the Philippines, Diliman. Her dissertation is about Marian devotions in Luzon in the 17th and 18th century. Her publications and research projects revolves around hagiographies, folk devotions, and local histories in the Philippines. She is also currently a board member of the Philippine Studies Association Incorporated and the chairperson of the History Department of the University of Asia and the Pacific. Ating subaybayan ang kanyang presentasyong pinamagatang The Ordinary and Extraordinary in 17th Century Manila, Miracles of the Nuestra Señora de Guía of Ermita.
Hi, I'm Mary Josefty Nito from the History Department of the University of Asia and the Pacific, and I'm here to talk about my book chapter publication entitled The Ordinary and Extraordinary in 17th Century Manila, Miracles of the Nuestra Señora de Guía of Ermita. This book chapter is part of the book Everyday Life in the Philippines, 1657 to 1699, from the man of Juan de Paz. The book was published earlier this year by Palgrave Macmillan. The book is divided into 4 parts, and you will see that there are many different essays there trying to cover the everyday life in the Philippines during the 1600s. The different essays use also different parts of the consultas of Father Juan de Paz. I hope you would have the opportunity to read and access the book, because you will not just be essays, but also in the book you'll find translations of the sections of the consultas which were used by the different authors. A little bit of background on Father Juan de Paz. He's a Dominican who arrived in the Philippines in 1648 and completed his studies in canon and civil law at the University of Santo Tomas of Manila. He was a renowned moral theologian, and he would receive questions, inquiries on different matters on theology, doctrine, and even everyday life. Hence, all of the consultations were put together. Hence, you have the consultas, which is in the UST archives. From the consultas, in my essay, I focused on the consultas that talk about the different miracles attributed to the Nuestra Señora de Guía of Ermita, Manila. So they were sending inquiries. So they sent inquiries regarding the different miracles attributed to the Nuestra Señora de Guía of Ermita, Manila, asking Father Juan de Paz to decide on whether these narratives could be considered as real miracles of the Nuestra Señora de Guía of Ermita, Manila. So in the paper, I cover the history of the shrine, okay, but as mentioned, I focus on the different miracles, which include unexplainable cure received by the local population, to even supernatural interventions in battles against the Dutch, as reported by the Spanish devotees of the Nuestra Señora. So the miracle narratives that I looked at, okay, were 29 individual miracles reviewed by Falpas and Sevse. I grouped them into three. So the first group of miracles, I call them novenas for the body. This first group of accounts are miracles related to healing, childbirth, and death, which are actually the majority of the cases reported in the cuadernos. The majority of the accounts under this category were from devotees within the area of Ermita and the environs of Manila. But there were a few that were coming from all the way from the provinces of Bulacan and Laguna. The second group of miracles are related to elements of nature. This second group reveals the geographical characteristics of the land and the local population's culture and worldview with these elements of nature. So there are many interesting narratives here. For example, you have the snake who kept coming back to the Church of Ermita, cleaning the tabernacle of the church. And then, of course, you have miracle narratives related to fire, to storms, revealing vulnerabilities of the local population. And then the last group of miracles, I tagged them as novenas for victory. These are accounts that talk about miraculous interventions attributed to the Nuestra Señora de Guía, related to conflicts with the Dutch and local uprisings. In particular, it focused on the local the Pampango revolt. Okay, but I will not talk about it anymore here. Okay, so it's just a quick overview of the paper, of the essay. I hope you have the opportunity to read the full essay. But you can see that from the miracle narratives, the miracle narratives are rich sources of everyday life in the 17th century Spanish Philippines. The narratives of the extraordinary and the ordinary reveal not just the hierarchy of values and worldviews, but also the vulnerabilities of the local population. The devotional practice mentioned in these narratives also paint a vibrant 17th century where the isolation of communities is bridged by the embodied practices of faith like the novena and the pilgrimage to the shrine of Nuestra Señora de Guía of Ermita, Manila. So I hope you would be able to, again, access the book. So if you're interested to access the book or to buy the book, you can ask your libraries to buy the book. So I have the link here. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much. I have my email address here if you have any questions. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share my study and my publication. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Professor Nito, sa panibagong kaalaman tungkol sa kahalagahan ng Nuestra Señora de Guía ng Ermita sa kasaysayan ng ating lungsod. Para sa mga nais pang pag-aralan at basahin ang pananaliksik ni Professor Nito, maaari ninyong ma-access ang kanyang sinulat na papel sa pamamagitan ng pag-scan ng QR code o pagbisita sa link na matatagpuan sa inyong mga screen ngayon. Ang MNL 2025, Mga Natatanging Lektura, ay isang lecture series na hatid ng Manila Studies Program o MSP, ang Regional Study Center na nakabase sa Kolehiyo ng Agham at 𝐍𝐚𝐿 sa Unibersidad ng Pilipinas, Maynila. Ang MSP ay tinatag upang magtaguyod ng mga pag-aaral at pananaliksik tungkol sa iba't ibang aspeto ng Maynila at kinabibilangang rehiyon nito. Sa mga nakaraang taon, sa pamamagitan ng MNL, Mga Natatanging Lektura series, tayo ay nakapagtalakay ng iba't ibang paksa tungkol sa Maynila. Maaari niyong panoorin ang mga nakaraang episode ng MNL sa pamamagitan ng pag-scan ng QR code na may kita sa inyong mga screen. Ang mga link ng mga episodes ng MNL ay may kita niyo rin sa description box ng video na ito. Maaari niyo ring bisitahin ang aming official YouTube channel at UPM-CAS-MSP. Maraming salamat sa panonood at kita-kits sa susunod na episode ng MNL 2025, Mga Natatanging Lektura.